Hello and welcome. In this explainer, we're going to walk through some clear, step-by-step guidance for bringing digital tools into your readathon program. We're going to break down everything you need to know to really empower your students and make sure this is a fun, successful experience for everyone.
I just love this quote from Margaret Fuller. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. It really captures the spirit of what we're all trying to do here, right? We're not just teaching kids to read. We're helping to shape future leaders, and the digital tools we're about to explore are designed to make that journey exciting and effective for every single student. All right, so here's our roadmap for this guide. We'll kick things off with the big picture, the program's goals. Then we'll dive right into the how-tos for Padlet and screen recording. After that, we'll talk about some best practices for getting great recordings, and we'll wrap up with the incredibly important topic of student privacy.
So what's the core mission of this program? Well, it's really twofold. First, we want to boost those English reading skills. And second, we want to help students actually fall in love with reading, all within a supportive online community. The idea is to go beyond just testing them and instead focus on building their confidence and fluency.
You know, these guiding principles are absolutely key to making the program work. It all starts with making the objectives super clear to students and then showing them how to get to all the amazing digital books. We want to really lean into positive encouragement, points and praise, rather than penalties. And what's so great about this approach is that it has a dual benefit. We're building up essential tech skills right alongside their reading skills.
Okay, let's switch gears and get practical. Padlet is going to be the central hub for our readathon. We picked it because it's super visual, it's collaborative, and honestly, it's just really intuitive. It makes it so easy for students to find books and share what they've done. So let's walk through exactly how to get your students up and running smoothly.
First things first, we have to make sure everyone can actually get in. So you'll share the direct link to your class Padlet, and this is so important, have every student test that link right there with you in the classroom. Once you know everyone's on the page, just take a minute to show them around. Point out where the books are, where the upload button is. A little bit of guidance up front saves a ton of confusion later.
Now, for students who have a microphone on their device, Padlet's built-in recorder is just a fantastic feature. You'll want to show them that little plus icon. That's their magic button for adding anything. From there, they can just choose to record audio or video. And of course, just remind them to speak clearly and at a nice steady pace so everyone can understand their amazing reading.
What about students who want to record using a different app or maybe another device? No problem at all. The upload function is what they'll use. So instead of hitting record, they'll just choose upload and find their file. Probably the most important tip here is about labeling. If you can get them in the habit of using their full name, the date, and the book title, it will keep the Padlet so organized and make it a breeze for you to give feedback.
Okay, let's talk about another fantastic option, screen recording. This is a super flexible alternative, especially if students are reading digital books that aren't on Padlet. This tool is great because it lets them record the words on the screen and their voice at the exact same time, which really opens up their options for what they can read and share.
For any students using a computer, the tools are already built right in, which is great. On a Windows PC, they just press the Windows key and the letter G together. That opens something called the game bar, which has a simple record button. For Mac users, the shortcut is Shift, Command, and the number 5. That pops up a little control panel where they can start, stop, and save. It's really straightforward once they know that one little trick.
And of course, a lot of our students are going to be on their smartphones. On an iPhone or an iPad, they can add the screen record button right to their control center for super easy access. On Android phones, it's usually in that notification panel you pull down from the top. But here is the #1 most critical tip for this. The microphone check. They have to make sure the microphone is turned on before they record. Otherwise, it'll just be a silent movie of the screen.
So we've gone through all the technical how-tos, right? Now let's talk about how to do it well. And you know, these best practices aren't just about getting clearer audio. They're really about building up our students' confidence and encouraging them to create work that they're truly proud to share.
You know, these 4 simple tips can make a world of difference. First, just encourage them to find a quiet spot. It seems obvious, but it really cuts down on background noise. If they happen to have headphones with a little microphone on them, even better. Suggest they practice reading the passage out loud a couple of times first. This helps with fluency and really cuts down on nerves. And finally, always have them play it back before they upload it. It's a simple little quality check that helps them take ownership of their work.
Okay, I really want us to pause here because we've reached what is, without a doubt, the most important section in this entire guide. Using technology in our classrooms is an amazing tool, but it absolutely comes with a profound responsibility to protect our students' privacy. This part is completely non-negotiable.
So please, pay very close attention to these guidelines on the next slide. Creating a safe, respectful, and private environment is the foundation that this whole program is built on. Without it, none of the other stuff matters.
This is exactly how we create that safe space. By default, when a student posts something on Padlet, only you, the teacher, can see it. You are the gatekeeper. So before you ever make a recording visible to the rest of the class, you must get explicit permission from that student. And if a student says no, or if they'd rather just keep all their work private between the two of you, that choice has to be honored, no questions asked. This is how we build trust, and that's what encourages real participation.
As we start to wrap up here, it's pretty clear that this program is about so much more than just reading, isn't it? By guiding your students through tools like Padlet and screen recording, you're really nurturing their independence. You're helping them learn to manage their own work and build these incredibly valuable tech skills that are going to help them way beyond this readathon.
And that really just leaves us with this one final thought for you to take away today. Beyond the points, beyond the praise, think about the long-term impact here. How will mastering these simple digital tools give your students a whole new sense of ownership over their learning journey and empower them not just as readers, but as communicators and as confident digital citizens? Thank you so much for joining this explainer.